As promised, here is part 2 of ancient drip in the world. Ancient Egyptians built colossal structures like the pyramids, the Sphinx, and many temples. That's cool and all, but what about their fashion?
Is this nigga serious?
I mean, you're not gonna build all of that and look trash.
It's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
To my surprise, they low-key got drip. You thought only the Scottish man wore kilts? Well, the average ancient Egyptian male was walking with the shendit, or shanty, a knee-length garment that was tied at the waist with a belt. And just like many other civilizations, tunics were also popular. You should note that linen was the primary fabric used in ancient Egypt. It was well suited to the hot climate as it allowed for breathability. For the ancient Egyptian lady, calasiris was the typical women's dress. It was a straight, ankle-length garment with straps that went over the shoulders. You're not gonna believe this, both men and women, especially those of higher social classes, often wore wigs. This was partly for fashion and partly due to practical reasons. Shaving heads helped prevent lice and to protect from the sun. Sandals were the most common type of footwear. They were usually made from plant fibers or leather. If you're still not convinced they were fashionable, Egyptians adorned themselves with various types of jewelry, including necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and rings, symbolizing wealth and status. As many of you probably already know, both women and men used makeup, including kohl around the eyes. This wasn't just for aesthetic reasons, it also served practical purposes, such as protecting against the sun's glare and warding off eye infections. The Turkic people. An interesting and unknown part of the world. These people look pretty cool. For many, they still wear their ancestors' drip, starting with the headgear. Traditional Turkic headgear often included a variety of caps, hats, and headdresses. The type of gear could indicate the person's social status, gender, or tribe affiliation. For their cold climates, long robes and coats made from wool or other natural fibers were common. The cut and style could vary, but loose-fitting garments were typical.
How can I get to taxi?
Wide, comfortable trousers were common among Turkic men, designed to facilitate ease of movement while on the horseback. They also had wide belts, often made of leather, which were worn around the waist. These belts not only held the clothing together, but also served functional purposes. Wool and leather were primary materials for clothing due to their availability and suitability for the climate. Wool provided warmth, while leather was durable and practical. In some cases, silk was used for more lavish attire, especially among the upper classes. Can't forget the fire-ass boots, which were made of leather or felt, were common, especially in colder climates. They were also essential for protection while riding. The style of boots could be also indicative of regional variations. Turkic people often adorned themselves with various accessories such as necklaces, bracelets, and earrings. These accessories could be made from metals, bones, or other materials. Depending on you guys' feedback, this might become a series that covers the entire planet.